The Story of David Copperfield. Part 1. Home 1. How I was born.
My name is David Copperfield, and I am writing the story of my life. I was born at Blunderstone. My father died before I was born. One evening, my mother was sitting by the fire, feeling very sad about herself and the poor fatherless baby.
Then she looked up and saw Miss Betsy outside the garden fence. Miss Betsy walked calmly up to the door. Then, instead of ringing the bell, she pressed her nose to the window and looked in.
Miss Betsy was father's aunt, so she was my great-aunt. Her real name was Miss Trotwood. Miss Betsy Trotwood lived with one servant in a cottage near the sea. She was married once, but her husband was a bad man, so she paid him to go away. She had always been fond of my father, but she was very angry with him when he married my mother. She said that my mother was a silly plaything. So my father and Miss Betsy quarrelled and never met again.
B. She saw how ill my mother was and called the doctor. Mr. Chillip was the name of the doctor. He arrived and went upstairs to my mother. Hours passed. Then Mr. Chillip came downstairs.
Well, doctor, how is she?
Mrs. Copperfield is quite comfortable.
I mean the baby. How is she?
It is a boy. My aunt did not say a word. She walked straight out of the house and never came back. And that is how I, David Copperfield, was born.